So I am sharing my today's presentation slide. Just a minute. So in the last class of computer network, we already discussed about um, the basic. Just a minute. Some other participants are there, so I am allowing them. So in the last class, we already discussed about computer networking and its definition and its two major constituents by which it can be categorized, like according to the range by which we can categorize it with LAN, MAN, and WAN, and according to the second one is according to network topologies. We already discussed some of the topologies, and lastly, we discussed the hybrid topology. The hybrid topology is the combination of two or more topologies taken together. So this is the last slide we already discussed in our last class, and the video lecture of the last class is already uploaded on the college YouTube channel. You can also access that video lecture from the college YouTube channel. So in today's class, we are going to start with the applications of computer network. So is the slide clearly visible to all of you? Just write in the chat box. Okay. So the topic is applications of computer network. So basically the computer network has many applications. So first application is resource sharing. So the resources, either the resources will be of hardware nature or of software nature. It they can these resources can be shared uh, among computers. So the hardware resources like computing resources, disk, printers, these hardwares can be shared among computers. In the same way, the software resources such as the application softwares can also be shared among the computers which are in the network. Then the second application is information sharing. The information is of type like files, databases are easily shared in the computer network. The computer network also enables us to access the or to enhance the search capability with the use of www in the web browser. The third type of application is communication. We can also use the emails and the message broadcast in the computer network, uh, as it is an important application. The other applications of computer network are remote computing. In the case of remote computing, a person can access the other system which are remotely placed, or which can be far away from that computer. So the computer network enables us the remote computing feature. The and in the same way, the other application is of grid computing. So grid computing is basically done in the case of distributed processing, in which many computers are given they are in a distributed fashion, and they are given different tasks. So the grid computing can also be done with the use of computer network. So these are the some of the major applications of computer network. Now moving to the next slide. Now the next topic is internet. So it is a very popular term. Let's discuss what the internet consists of. So the internet is a network with millions of computers all over the world are connected through the network. It is basically a network of networks. So in one sentence, if somebody asks you what is internet, then you can refer it that an internet is a network of networks. The communication protocol, that is the set of rules used by the internet, is the TCP/IP protocol. So this protocol we already discussed in our previous class, that the internet basically follows the set of rules of the TCP/IP protocol. So let's discuss how the protocol helps the internet. So the TCP part of the TCP/IP protocol is responsible for delivering the message into packets on the source computer. Means that the computer who wants to send the message. It is also responsible for reassembling the received packets at the destination computer. So the TCP part is responsible for delivering and reassembling the messages at the source and the destination computers respectively. The IP part is responsible for handling the addresses of the destination computer. So IP part is responsible for handling the addresses so that each packet is routed, that is forwarded to its proper destination. You already heard that IP address is responsible for internet communication or for transferring the message from the sender to the receiver. So the IP part is responsible for handling the addresses. So these addresses are basically the IP addresses of your the computer. So all of you understand it till now? Just write in the chat box so that we can proceed further. So that's how the internet is. The internet basic is there. The TCP/IP is responsible here, and the TCP and the IP both having its specific task in the for the internet communication. So moving to the next slide. Then the purpose of the internet. So the main purpose of internet is to allow the following services. These are very popular services like email, file transfer, real-time chat. Uh, all of us are using these services. We are also using the World Wide Web. The video and audio streaming services are also popular nowadays because of the online classes or then the VoIP telephone services is also popular. So these are some of the popular services which are provided by the internet. Now move to the next slide. Then the applications of internet. So the main applications of internet are it is used in communication. So with the help of internet, user can communicate with each other anywhere in the world. And the second application is email. It allows the user to send files as attachments to other users. Then downloading. With this feature, user can download any file from the internet to local hard disk of their computer. Then the next feature is uploading. So user can also upload their files from their computers to the internet. And and the last service or the last application is chatting. So with this facility, user can chat with each other in real time. So these are some of the important applications or features of internet. So just remember this type of question may be asked in the 2 mark question of your RTO exam. What are the applications of internet? So you need to uh, just remember that these are some of the popular applications like email, downloading, uploading, chatting, communication. These are some of the popular applications of internet. So moving to the next slide. Then what are the advantages of internet? So internet covers almost every aspects of life one can think of. So as these are the broad areas in which internet finds its applications, such as social networking, education and technology, entertainment, online services. So these are some of the popular areas or domains in which the internet finds its applications. So you need to just remember these areas. If someone asks you what are the advantages or what are the areas in which internet finds its applications. So moving to the next slide. Then the disadvantages of internet. There's obviously everything is having some disadvantage also. So internet is also having some disadvantage also. So the first one is threat to personal information. So many a times you heard that the personal information of the users are stolen from the internet, and they are and some unauthorized persons are using those informations. Then the second was is spamming. So this is also the disadvantage of internet. Then the cyber crime. So so nowadays cyber crime uh, is increased many a times because of the excessive use of the internet. And the other is virus attack. So as internet are very much prone to the virus, so this is also a disadvantage of the internet, that many a times you find a file from the internet which damages your own system. So these are some of the popular disadvantages of the internet. So now the slides are visible to you. Am I audible to you? Just write in the chat box. Okay, so I am sharing my slides once again. Now the slides are visible to you. Just write in the chat box. Okay. So we just discussed the applications of internet, then the advantages of internet, that the internet finds its application in many domains like social networking, education and technology, entertainment, online services. So these are the popular domains in which the internet finds its applications or internet finds its uses. Then there are certain disadvantages also in the case of internet, that the personal information of the users uh, are is stolen from the unauthorized users. Then the cyber crime is increased with the use of internet, and the virus attacks are there, and many files are virus prone, and if you are clicking those files, then the virus um, can be inserted in your own computer or laptops. Then spamming problem is also there. You can find your email with full of spam messages. So these are some of the disadvantages of an internet. So all of you understand it till now? Just write in the chat box so that we can proceed further. Okay. So So the next topic is intranet. So, so intranet is a private system that allows virtually all the same. Am I audible to all of you? The voice is proper. Just write in the chat box. Am I audible to you? Hello. Am I audible to you clearly? Just write in the chat box. Okay. So the next topic is intranet. So as you can see on your screen, that internet is a private system that allows virtually all the same services as that of the internet, but only their own authorized employees can access it. So that's why its name is intranet. As only the company's own employee can access the internet. So the characteristics of an internet are almost the same as that of internet. It uses the TCP/IP protocol to allow internal computers to communicate with one another. So here only the internal computers within an organization or company can allow to communicate in the case of internet. So the internet runs over the local area network. For large organizations, it may run on wide area network also. So these are some of the important characteristics of internet that a company's uh, or an organization's own employee can access the intranet. So moving to the next slide, then what are the advantages of intranet? So internet is having many advantages. So the first is, as you can see on your screen, there are many advantages as well. So the first is the communication. So the communication can be fruitfully done within an organization. It saves that the time. Then the collaboration between the employees will be increased. Then platform independency. See, as the employees are not dependent with the other platforms of the other outside platforms, then the cost effectiveness, it also decreases the cost of communication or information sharing within an organization. Then the workforce productivity. So by using the internet, the productivity or of the work of the employees will increased with the use of internet. Then the business is managed in an effective manner. Then the security of the information of an organization will definitely increase. Then specific users can only access the information within an organization. Just a minute, I have a phone call. Now these are some of the advantages of the intranet. The immediate updates, whatever been done in the can be easily accessed by the organization users. So these are the advantages of the intranet. The next slide is, now there are certain issues of the internet. Now these issues are being categorized in three levels. One is the management concern, the second is the security concern, and the third is the productivity concern. So in the management concern, uh, there can be loss of control. Then the hidden complexity is there in the case of management. Then the potential for chaos is also there. In the case, then the security concern is also there. So unauthorized access can is the possibility in the case of internet. Then the denial of services, then the packet sniffing. So these are the so these are the security concerns. Then the next is the productivity concern. Then the information overload lowers productivity. Then the users set up of their own web pages. Then the overabundance of information is also there. So these are some of the issues uh, which are concerned with the internet. So while designing or while purchasing internet, these issues must be taken care of. Now moving to the next slide. Now the next topic is extranet. Is this slide clearly visible to all of you? Just write in the chat box.